The Islamic Republic has been sanitizing public records of people killed during the massacre in early January. Do you think that this is a sanitization for human rights records abroad, or is it for internal purposes?
I think it's both. I mean, why wouldn't it be both? They're trying to hide a massacre for external audience and also then internal audience. They're trying to wipe it clean as if it never happened. I saw some family members of the people. So, by the way, for people who don't know, Javidnam is the name that we give to our fallen in our revolution, to the people who the Islamic Republic murdered, our freedom fighters. So I remember some of the family members of these people saying like the Islamic Republic is actively trying to make it seem like as if these people never existed. They feel like they're losing them twice. They feel like the Islamic Republic is killing them twice. Once when they shot and killed them, and the second one time when they're trying to completely erase them as if they were never even born, and they're asking help. A lot of there's so, by the way, we hear some of them on social media, but there's so many thousands of them, and a lot of them are just they're having a difficult time getting their voices out there. They're not even like know how to use social media, or like they're not very active. They don't know how to go make it make their voices heard like in social media to for it to be heard. And they just feel like they see like their daughter went out and she never came home. I mean, she's killed, and you don't have her body. Her name is not recorded anywhere. And even the people who are against the Islamic Republic and fighting for this revolution, they don't know about her. So she's completely being forgotten. For example, she went there to fight to free Iran, and for so many other mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters, there are people out there that are mentioning their names, celebrating their fights, celebrating their life. But there's so many other families that they're saying like my daughter was in the streets and she was fighting, and nobody even knows, and I can't even prove that she even existed anymore. So this is really like some of these families are desperate to try to make sure that doesn't happen to their loved ones. So it's a very devastating situation. I don't, Sadata, was I did I even answer your question? I don't know if I
Yeah.
took it in the in,
So the reason I'm curious about this is, well, obviously it's very sad, but sometimes when a regime is close to collapse or sees kind of the end, or they try to clean their tracks or to sanitize their human rights record to get a more favorable, either a favorable treaty, or to, if there is a tribunal or something in the aftermath, that they can deny these events. So I was just wondering if this was any indication that, like, why now? Why would they do this now, right? If that was my curiosity, if you saw that as like a preparation for them for some kind of end game or a postmortem, or if this indicated some kind of I don't know.
I mean, even before then, this is a huge blow to their international reputation, right? For people to for people to believe that they massacred tens of thousands of people. So they're actively trying to hide the evidence for their crime because they want to internationally deny that this even happened, right? So even if they're focusing short term, that is also part of their goal, even if they're not thinking long term. Does that make sense?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Before I go to Jeff, I'd like to quickly add that Prince Reza Pahlavi made a call for everyone to take an accounting of all the property that has been taken, all the people that have been taken. And if this is happening after that, maybe there's a relationship there. Maybe they're saying, "Ooh, the wind might be not going our way," and then we might end up in some kind of Hague hanging. But I'll go to Jeff.
Donato, it's all very valid points. One of the things that was sent up to Armin, Tusi, Goldie, and others, and I'll send it to you very shortly in PMs, is a strategy on weaponized transparency, particularly with the goal of denying the mullah regime and now the regime remnants of the ability to sanitize that so that one way or another justice is done. I will actually send that to you. Feel free to share that with everybody. Give me a minute.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
All right, I would like to move on to Raham. I think he has fixed his mic. Go ahead, Raham.
Is it fixed?
Go ahead.
Okay, great. I actually had an interesting experience with this on my page. Somebody messaged me when I was talking about how war is the only answer to what's going on in Iran, and he kind of weaseled his way in, pretending like he was a patriot, but he was actually Islamic regime supporter. And what he kept telling me is, if all these people have died, why haven't their families come forward? Where's all the record? Why is it so little? And he kept saying that, and I kept giving him excuses, but he was always like, no, think about it. How do you know what happened? So he was trying to brainwash me against what's actually happened. And I've been following for the past, whatever, 4 months or so, and, 47 years of Islamic regime's history. So that's the biggest reasons, because they're trying to delete reality. And it's actually one of the biggest things that Islam does. Hagia Sophia came up, and if you go there, you actually notice that they've tried to change all the crosses into crescent moon and delete all signs of Christianity when they took over. So it's basically because they're trying to downright deny what happened and how many people have died. And I had that experience, and I couldn't believe I'm like, had like the audacity for you to come out and say something like this. And yeah, so I thought I would share that.
You know,
Thank you very much.
really quickly, this, I was thinking that we Iranians now know how it feels when people deny the Holocaust. If you're a Jew, where we're going.
That is very true. I would also like to add as an advice, whichever app you're using, try to give it admin privileges and maybe higher priority in the processes. That may also help sometimes, depending on the power of your computer, to make sure audio gets through. Just like a quick aside on that. And with that, we move on to Shauna.
It's really quick. I was just curious if they keep track of birth certificates. I know Jeffrey kind of half answered my question, but just anything that we can do to help keep data, a birth certificate, any, like, literally anything, a picture of a scar from when they gave birth, like anything that we can do to keep evidence. Yeah, that really hurts me. I would love to help with anything I can help with. I don't speak Persian, obviously, but data tracking and stuff. If I'll connect with Jeff because he half answered my question, but yeah.
Yeah, one thing to keep in account is that the family members who are trying to keep their memories alive are at the same time being threatened by the regime. So some of the evidence that they have is like, if they share it, they're going to put themselves at risk. So that's also an issue.
All right. I put myself on the list, and what that I was just going to reiterate what I said. Prince Reza Pahlavi made a very important call to justice, to these people's property being confiscated, that anyone who gains and profits off of this death should be scrutinized and made to pay for what they have done. And I would think maybe it also has something to do with the call from the prince. And with that, I'll pass it off to Jeff. Add a final two on this.
Yes, so the name of that, real quick, is, give me a second, and I'll just put a 3 in the thing: Preserving Truth to Punish the Wicked, a Transparency and Accountability Framework for the Murders Committed by the Mullah Regime. It was put out in January 21st by yours truly. And I'll provide that to you and and then share it with everybody. There's a reason that President Trump said, even if they try to erase the fucked up shit they did, all of what, I can't say all, a large portion of that has been recorded and documented by this administration and CENTCOM and intelligence and everything else. That record will last regardless of no matter what the fuck the Mullah regime, the IRGC, the CG, and any other scumbag fucking tries to do to erase the horrible shit they did. One way or another, justice will be brought to those pieces of shit.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.